George from Rhode Island asked me, what about hand claps? I read that to learn flamenco, one should first learn hand claps, palmas, you know. Is that true? No, that is not true. Because to learn rhythm again, you need to work, guitaristically speaking, with strummings. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Practicing these things, counting and playing against the metronome, and do different exercises, which I have in my method. I have a whole program from the scratch to the highest level, how you do that. And well, of course, if you can learn hand claps, but hand claps, for instance, on this rhythm will be 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then understand what is the añadido, the added extension, for instance. 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 1, 2, all these things. That is, has a use, but Paco, remember, Paco de Lucia, before the accompaniment, there was no accompaniment of percussion for a soloist, for a guitar soloist. Then Paco, well, that time he included hand claps for the guitar, same Bulería, or in the first albums of Paco, there was some hand claps there. Pieces for instance, if you see the Bulería Fuerte Caudal album, this, I think Sepan de Luz is the title, and those there had hand claps, but it was so noisy because you get all the time this thing, so Paco said this is not good. And then, but it's needed some percussive element there to hold what you play. So then he, traveling there in Peru, in South America, he found this instrument, the cajon de caja, you know, the flamenco box, a wooden box, which now everybody uses, but this Paco introduced this as flamenco. Actually, accidentally, he broke one. There were some friends, and Ruben Diaz also was there, I think. He was the first player of this instrument ever, a Brazilian player, who was a member of the original Paco de Lucia sextet in the 80s. And they broke one accidentally. Someone was drunk or something. They broke one, and then the top of the box got detached. When Paco saw that, he said, "Well, this is cool." Well, played one moment. Then the guy played it, the Brazilian guy, Ruben Diaz, excellent musician, and Paco liked it. And then he said, "You know what? This is what we need to play." And he forfeit the palmas altogether, the hand claps. So hand claps have it. It's for someone, if you use recordings or in compositional stuff, you may use them here and there in small parts, but it's not something standard even, which is nowadays the valid currency of the rhythm section for an accompaniment of a guitar solo in flamenco contemporary and modern flamenco. It's not that, and also from where will you learn hand claps? I know how to play hand claps because I also grow with the gypsies and play this in parties, and that is important to know. I'm not saying it's not important, but how is that you become good at rhythm with that? By just imitating those who are born into this community and play hand claps from birth, from childhood. It's not possible. You can learn also later how the hand claps are played, and it is interesting and that, but it's not that you first learn that and then this is the way to learn rhythm. Learn rhythm, you have to learn it with the metronome, how Paco said, we learn this. Practicing strummings, for instance, now, as you see, now rhythm rhythmic stuff, we became almost a drummer. So forget about hand claps. We don't need hand claps. You can listen the Bulería of the Paco de Lucia's Castro Marin album, and you will see that he's playing all the time muted strumming like this, and then he dub himself double this recording with another guitar. So it's a solo guitar, but it has another guitar playing the muted strumming, in other words. Just like in Almoraima, you know, at the beginning of this piece here, that also started with this stuff, 1976, but still is very used nowadays, and well, nobody came with anything up besides that. Otherwise, also Paco didn't like how drums, he didn't have access to nice drummers, but that's my opinion, but he said that drum doesn't go very well with the nylon string, and so he does not took that option either. But the caja, that really just to cover up the guitar and works well, but this is the percussive side. Now, learning hand claps, it has its use, but it's not mandatory that you need to do that. You can learn tons of stuff about flamenco guitar, not learning hand claps at all. So this is my advice, that you learn rhythm properly. And you are welcome to join the study program. I have all the elements from the scratch up to the highest level so that you learn that. Fair enough.
Me ayudó porque descubrí ahí la improvisación. La improvisación es algo que yo pienso que cada músico del estilo que sea, del clásico, del flamenco, de cualquier otra música, debería aprender, porque en la improvisación te da mucha libertad y a la vez te da mucho conocimiento de dónde estás tocando, de cómo estás tocando, de qué armonías están en cada momento, ¿no?
Muy bien. Pablo. Sí, Paco, ¿qué es para usted la música popular y qué es la música elitista?
Yo creo que la música elitista es el refinamiento de la música popular. Por ejemplo, el flamenco. El flamenco originalmente es una música popular, la música del pueblo andalusí. Pero creo que ya no le pertenece más al pueblo, porque de pronto habemos gente que nos hemos pasado toda una vida encerrados, puliendo esa expresión popular. Entonces ha llegado a un nivel en el que el pueblo ya no tiene acceso, sobre todo a los matices que vamos consiguiendo la gente como yo, que nos pasamos muchas horas elaborando esa música.